I've tried a Brazilian times, but I still can't think of a good intro for this video. Finally, we reached the fourth and final episode of Brazil. On episode 1, we toured the city of Sao Paulo. Episode 2 brought us to the magic cascades of Iguazu Falls. Here we got our hair a little wet and had an adventure of a lifetime. That looks like a lot of fun. On episode 3, COVID shut down the city of Salvador, but we managed to make a weekend out of it. And on the fourth and final episode of Brazil, we go to Rio de Janeiro. The world is our compass, wherever it may take us. Up some ancient steps of Machu Picchu to a crazy train ride in Sri Lanka. We want to experience something different.
Here we go again, we're going inside!
Something out of the ordinary. So join us on our adventures. Our SteinVentures. The excitement was building for us. We finally reached Rio de Janeiro. We were staying at the Belmont Hotel. We loved the hotel so much in Iguazu Falls that we had to stay in this wonderful chain one last time. And boy, was it worth it. The Rio Hotel was gorgeous, and the rooms were so comfortable, and we had a beautiful view of the famous Copacabana beach. Our first morning in Rio, we took a trip down to Ipanema Beach. In Rio de Janeiro, people have taken their passion for soccer to the beach. They invented a new sport called futebol. Volleyball is a hard enough sport to play. Imagine playing without your hands. These guys had this sport down pat. They were so good, we ended up watching them for hours. Our next stop was the train station. All aboard! This little red train was on its way up a hill to a special place. The view was beautiful, especially once we got out of the woods. It was a great train ride. A little hot inside, but we managed. The view of the harbor creeping its way through the woods was breathtaking. And when the train made its final stop at the top of the hill, the doors opened and I can feel my excitement ignite. A quick photo op, and we make our way up the staircase with the glimpse of the prize ahead. Rio de Janeiro is home to two wonders of the world. The harbor, which is known as Guanabara Bay, is the world's largest natural bay by volume. And, of course, the iconic Christ the Redeemer statue. This massive statue was constructed between 1922 and 1931 from soapstone and reinforced concrete. Today, it is the Brazilian cultural icon and global symbol of Christianity, and over 15,000 people hike up or take the train to its base to say hello to the famous landmark every day. Christ of the Redeemer is the fifth wonder of the world that we've seen so far. In 1990, Celeron began renovating the steps that ran along the front of his house. At first, neighbors mocked him for his choice of colors as he covered the steps in fragments of blue, green, and yellow tiles, the colors of the Brazilian flag. It started out as a side project to his main passion, which was painting, but soon it became an obsession. Celeron was constantly running out of money, so he sold his paintings to fund his work. There are 215 steps measuring 135 yards long, which are covered in over 2,000 tiles collected from over 60 countries from around the world. And if you do visit this area, make sure you go with a tour guide. Muggings are frequent around these beautiful steps. But once there, enjoy the colorful steps and the wonderful music in the background. There are still some wonderful people in this city, and they sure know how to put a smile on your face. The best thing about Rio de Janeiro? It's surrounded by nature. Rio is definitely shouting out, "Let's go hiking!" This place is amazing when it comes to hiking trails. We decided to put our excellent hiking skills to the test and climb this amazing mountain. Little monkeys greeted us at the entryway to the hiking trail. This trail would require every ounce of endurance, every ounce of stamina. This climb would test our aging body, but we were ready for it. We were blessed with a wonderful guide. His name is Eduardo. He would carefully guide us up this steep mountain. All of our trust was in his hands. The world's largest coastal monolith, Pedra de Gavia, stands over 800 meters above the sea level and is known for having some of the most beautiful and challenging hiking trails in the city of Rio de Janeiro. It was great. We had a chance to just hang out and have a little fun in between the long stretches of hiking. Some of the hiking trail was that of a rock cliff, with only tree roots creating steps for us. We had to creatively find ways to get across. And some areas required a rope to climb up the rock. The mountain's name translates as Rock of the Topsail. The mountain, one of the first in Brazil to be named in Portuguese, was named by the sailors during an expedition which began in 1501. They compared its silhouette to that of the shape of a topsail of a carrack upon sighting it on January 1st, 1502.
Okay, so it's not a hike until you draw blood. We drew blood, but I'm okay.
Bloodied up, we continued to move forward. Our final destination can be seen. We were almost there.
We're doing it.
Yeah, we're not quite up to the top yet, but look at the view so far.
Okay guys, so this is super exciting. We get to climb this right now with the ropes. Never done it before, but we're super excited, and we have a great guide up here named Eduardo, and he's gonna lead us on up. All right, we'll see you at the top.
This was definitely one of the highlights of our trail hike. We loved the challenge that this mountain gave us throughout. And these steep wall climbs were awesome. Each obstacle presented its own challenge, whether it was going up or down massive rocks. Whether we squeezed our bodies through a narrow cave or more descending down more rocks. This place was simply amazing, with views of Rio de Janeiro all around us. So far, it has taken us about 4 hours to reach the top. Climbing to the summit of a mountain is so rewarding. I always say, the best views come from the most challenging climbs. This view was simply remarkable. And some didn't want to make the trek down. I can't blame him. It's another 4 hours to get to the bottom of this hill. And if I was trained, I would have done the same thing. It was time to fly my drone and capture the pure beauty of this place. Herbert Simon once said, "The choices we make lead up to actual experiences." It is one thing to decide to climb a mountain. It is quite another to be on top of it. We were on top of our world. But why just climb up a mountain when you can fly off of it? The weather is perfect right now, and the rock of the topsail was in our rear view mirror. So how about hang gliding off the mountain? That sounds like fun. I'm super stoked right now as they prepare my hang glider for a safe flight. I wanted to do this back in Lima, but it was closed down. Now's my chance. We prepare for our flight, and we're off! Jumping off the ramp of a cliff was a little nerve-wracking at first, but when the wind catches the hang glider, we were suddenly on cruise control and my fear was extinguished. Talk about an awesome experience. And from below, we look like a mere speck in the sky. You feel alive, so free. So this is what it feels like to be a bird. Rio was below us. The beach, the ocean, everything. It was beautiful. With hang gliding, there is no motor involved, not even to get into the air. The glider is fully controllable. Pilots can land where and when they want and travel big distances. The world distance record is over 700 kilometers. And if this video inspires you to travel to Rio de Janeiro, don't be afraid to hang glide. You won't regret it. Brazil was a fascinating country with plenty of things to do. Yes, Rio has its rough spots within the city, but so does every other city in this world. Just watch yourself and take a guide. Be careful and you'll be fine. And don't forget, the big guy is protecting you from that lonely mountain. Oh, Brazil, you had so many good things to offer us. Can you take a wild guess where we're headed next? A country in Central America with wild jungles as far as the eye can see. More than its fair share of volcanoes and plenty of wildlife. So let's pack our bags and splash on some mineral clay. We're headed to Costa Rica. Let's get close to nature. Pura vida, my friends. Well, another stamp in our passport. Thank you to all of our SteinVentures subscribers for watching. And if you're new to our channel, and if you thoroughly enjoyed this video, then please subscribe to our channel and take a look at all of our other videos that we have. Thanks for watching again.